Oh yeah, baby. We're back here in Swamp Talk here on Interfed Radio. You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip. Oh, Swamp Talk Trash Talk Edition with the one and only Gerald Horton. Jerry, welcome to the show.
Hey, Cliff. Glad to be here.
Oh man, I'm just the LSL brother, making a believer out of all our non-believers out there in the IWA, brother. Um, shoot, man. Trash talk, brother. I mean, a lot of leagues have it. A lot of leagues have different versions, different styles of it. Uh, yeah, the LSL has its own unique style. I mean, for anyone new to the league, anyone first time listeners, if you're not on the Facebook, very important that if you're gonna get involved with some of the angles and some of the stuff going on, join the Facebook. A lot of commissioner activity, a lot of stuff to participate in. I know myself and Jerry have carried Trash Talk, but with our own characters for the better of a year now.
Oh, yeah. We've definitely done a lot of TT with our own characters. I mean, the OSL isn't one thing, it's not dull for that matter.
Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're looking for a place where uh, and I want to be careful with this because it's not an 18 and over league, so you can't get away with some of the gore and some of the craziness that you can get away with in somewhere like the Nightmare Dimension in the Bronze, or some of the over the edge stuff that in a league that doesn't exist. Some of the stuff that goes on in that league that doesn't exist. You can't get away with that here, but we can still have some fun. I think keeping to the wrestling themed. I mean, this is definitely uh, I guess as close to an actual wrestling promotion simulation that you're gonna get. I mean, we were talking before we got recording, Jerry, about the relationship that the AWL and the LSL have. It's reminds us of actually being able to carry a title and take it from one territory, or in this case from one league to the other.
Yes, it's definitely the AWL and LSL. It gives players the opportunity where, like, if you're in the AWL, you could come over to LSL during interleague play, win a title, and take it back to the AWL, and vice versa, like an LSL wrestler going to the AWL and bringing an AWL title to the LSL. It keeps the action going at a good pace, and so many interesting storylines and rivalries and feuds can begin out of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, as with your fighters, you found success in certain places where a fighter may have been struggling to get over in one place, manages to go to another league and just rework himself and gain some success, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely cool, Philip. It's like anything you do. I mean, you could take to a wrestler to a league, for example. I'll use for example. Let's say you start off in a league like IWL, very good league, and you start off. You're doing mediocre, not so good. You're doing everything from trash talk and doing everything from the matches. You're doing okay, but you're not really satisfied with the work. And then you try another cycle, the same thing, and then another cycle, the same thing. And sometimes it takes where you have to find a league that's really suits you and that's yours. And maybe taking your wrestler out of the IWL, let's say you take them to a place like, for example, the GRL, then all of a sudden you get your wrestler in there, and all of a sudden your wrestler's just booming up the rankings. I mean, you found the right league, you found the right formula, you found the place that you belong.
Now,
But yeah, it's just
Oh yeah, no, Jerry. Now, listeners, just in case you're wondering, yeah, that we're having some technical difficulties. So if you catch little, dead spots or where you hear me and Jerry just kind of waiting for someone else to
Okay.
say, so just heads up. But no, Jerry, I'm right there with you. Where it gives you that extra option. And a shout out to all the commissioners behind the scenes that allow it to happen. Because I think we've all experienced this with our characters in the past, where you move to a new promotion or you move to a new league, and sometimes you got to rebrand yourself because not enough of the managers there know your fighter's history, so you got to kind of and sometimes it works in a positive way where you can rebrand yourself and remake yourself, but um, in some cases, it helps to have that history. I mean, shout out to someone like Ricky Kyle, who had success in gold, managed to bring home the illustrious IWAR world title. So he has that history that he doesn't want to lose, with his fighter, and for obvious reasons. He wants to, so when he came to the LSL, he wants to, he doesn't want to rebrand himself. He wants you to know that he comes with a history. So I think in having all this media and having, all the Facebook groups and all the interactions with other managers, and it helps you move your angle from place to place and not lose too much if the league allows. So, which brings us to the trash talk edition of the swamp, the AIL, the LSL, whatever way you're having fun with it. I know that a lot of angles are pushing. Uh, I think we've had takeovers since we started this damn thing, right, Jerry? I mean, from the very beginning, it was Salvation, the Salvation. Everybody was saving themselves. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm talking way back when we just started this. I mean, we had came over from the ASL, and we brought over the whole Salvation group. We came here, and shout out to the early on, to Shane and the early days of the LSL. I mean, because that started all these rivalries. I mean, some rivalries that are still on to this day, and have grown. I mean, we've had people come and go. We've had people uh, go through ups and downs, and I think this new wave has really flourished. I mean, we were talking about someone like Duff Dugan, and I'm not even sure who won that match. Let me double check that real quick, because Duff Dugan was facing, and I'm gonna say it the way he called them, Pips Week, Pips Week. Oh, poor Pips, and was fighting him for, believe it or not, the toilet paper championship.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
said that. The toilet paper championship made its way to the LSL. Ha- Now,
yeah, that's a new one to me too, Flip. I have never in the years now being in the IWA have ever heard of a toilet paper championship.
now, I'm not gonna take credit for it. I'll be dead honest with you. This is something that Duff Dugan, when he was in the Bronze EPL, or the former EPL, started this, and it was in all good fun, and unfortunately things didn't go as well for him there. So he, obviously we, out, what was it? Factors outside of the game, caused him to need a change of environment, and he made his way to the LSL, and he wanted to bring that fun with him, so he brought it with him, and uh, you know, who's shittier than Pipsqueak, you know, to need toilet paper, man, and I can't think of anybody else as shitty as Pipsqueak.
No, I don't think there is anybody as shitty as Pipsqueak since day one since I met him. I have
I'm,
really never.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you, brother.
I mean, since day one, the little midgets caused nothing but trouble, cheap shots, and dirty tactics. Yeah, I mean, he's right now the shittiest character in the LSL.
I would, yeah, it's, yeah, it's, I mean, that outlaw guy is pretty close right now. That newcomer, he punched a bar owner in the face. Did you see that? Took some cheap shots at the rookie. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Outlaw Robert Funk, as I believe his name is. Yeah, he is not a really pleasant individual. I mean, he's from Texas. Nothing against any other Texans, for that matter, but he has that attitude like he comes and does what he pleases, and if you get in his way, he's most likely going to kick your ass if you cross him.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, let's say it like it is. Purgatory's no pushover, bro. So I mean, that beer in the face, distraction. I mean that's Lobo.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a low blow right there, hitting him in the face with a beer bottle. Luckily, he had no damage done to his vision. He was very lucky. I
Uh,
mean, yeah, it was quite a report where he went to the hospital. He had bits and pieces in his face that he got taken out, but the doctors told him, very lucky you didn't get any as your eye. I think one doctor said, he had two doctors working on him. He said, one, if this would have gone just 1 centimeter over, you would have lost an eye.
ouch.
So I'd say look for Purgatory and Outlaw Robert Funk really to get into it. I mean, these are two of the toughest guys right now, I got to say, and I'm not meaning this as a pun to anybody else in the LSL, but these are two big bulls in the woods here that are fighting, and I wouldn't want to get between them.
I'm right. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Now, I'm trying to buy some time because I'm looking down this list. I'm looking for Dugan's score, but I'm either not seeing it or yeah, I'm not. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Yep, looks like Pipsqueak managed to edge out Duff Dugan for that toilet paper championship. Duff Dugan, 490. Pipsqueak, believe it or not, managed to get on his bar stool and bring home a 493. So
Wow.
good for Pipsqueak.
Congratulations to Pipsqueak.
He is officially our toilet paper champion. Now, let's get back to this trash talk and let me get back over this way. We were looking at the Catfish Gang, and it looks like the Catfish Gang invited everybody from like throughout the entire IWA. They brought Muskrat and Foxwoman and oof, I went. I can't even say all of them because we would run out of time for the show. But they invited everybody from the BRL that's associated with them, and if you don't know what's been going on, um, looks like Catfish Glenn and Joseph and have been stealing the winnings from the One of a Kind gang, right? Is that they've been stealing their beer and everything, right?
Yeah, they have been stealing beer and food and whatever from the One of a Kind gang. And I don't know why they have to continue to do that. I don't know, just to be pests or just to say they can.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. That's a bully tactic. I mean, that's just like like you got to pay this tax to us because we're the Catfish Gang, and I mean, let's be honest. Catfish John has gotten the better of Bullfrog, you know, over the span of this year.
Oh yeah.
I think recently I give the edge uh, to Bullfrog and his you know and his punks because they've gotten, they've gotten more gold recently. But I still give the edge overall to John and his Catfish gang.
Yeah, John and his Catfish gang have always been really resilient. And it doesn't matter if it's against Bullfrog Bob or anybody else or even the Reds or AAA. It's just these are guys that'll just keep coming at you. Just when you think, yeah, I've beaten them for this long, they just keep coming and they get victories too. And just like, I don't know what drives the Catfish gang, but they're definitely some tough people in this league that you don't want to underestimate.
Oh yeah, no. I definitely put them. When we talk about who runs the swamp and who's in control. I mean, don't you can't overlook the DOD order gang right there.
No, you can never overlook them one bit.
Now, I know Bullfrog this past cycle got a little fed up about having his stuff taken and set up a couple traps.
Yeah, he actually was getting frustrated and tired of everything, and he decided he was going to do something an old school way that they used to do back in the day to keep animals from getting into their cabins or houses, and they put traps in the yard.
Now, I gotta say, man, when I think he ended up trapping Glenn and Joseph, and I guess Joseph stepped in a bear trap and was like screaming, like, "Oh man, don't feed us to your pet gator." And then he's all like, "What does Bullfrog say?" He's like, "I don't feed my gator crap." Oh
Yeah,
man.
that was quite the sight, the bear trap and everything, and thinking he was going to get fed to the gator. But Bullfrog had the last laugh, definitely. He's
Oh yeah.
Bullfrog Bob. He's one guy you don't want to cross paths with.
Well, I mean, John has his number right now. I think because uh, Glenn and Joseph know that. I think they were kind of like, oh my, my what is he? Is he their uncle or their grandpa or whatever he is better than you? So they kind of like overstepped their line, And I think Bullfrog's just at it. Like
Oh,
I'll take it from John because he's beat me fair and square. But you two little punks, nah, I ain't taking it from you two.
no, and he got back the only way he knew how, and he did. I mean, Bullfrog Bob is saying, just because I have these losses, don't count me out. Don't mess with me because this is the
Yeah.
wrong time with him.
Now, I gotta bring this up because you've had your fair share of turmoil. Turmoil is turmoil a good word to use for this? But you've had your fair share of moments with Chicken Legs Peg.
Yeah, I've had my fair turmoil moments with Chicken Legs Pig because with her, she's kind of like opening a book and the pages there's nothing written. And that's how I kind of consider Chicken Legs Pig. Just when you think you know her, you don't. She's just like it's an unknown. It seems like all the time with her dance offs and all this different mind games she plays with people. It's like you're wondering what ticks in her head. I mean, she's been here a couple of years and I still can't figure it out.
Now, she's been given opportunities. I mean, we've seen the commissioners give her shots at the interfed women's titles. Unfortunately, she's come up short because she never takes them serious. Let's just be honest. That's the only reason why she's come up short. She just doesn't take these opportunities serious. She's always, I guess, she's always trying to just either have a show or or be the center of attention in the arena. Because last cycle, she distracted the commissioners. Did you see that one last cycle?
I think I missed that one. What
Yeah,
happened with that?
last cycle, she came down and she started shaking thing one and thing two in front of Double R's face. And
Oh boy.
as she was doing that, Lucky Stars was like right beside, just like jaw down to the floor, distracted. And who came from behind? Dogman Montana and Bullfrog Bob, and beat up poor Commissioner Lucky Stars.
Yeah, I just hearing about that now. I'm right now just finding out about it. I'm in shock
Yeah,
because I know Lucky Stars very well, and he's the type of man who has definitely made it known that, I'm a commissioner, I'm not a wrestler. Please, I don't care who you are, don't put your hands on me or any other commissioners. And then when you hear that this happens and Chicken Legs Pig is the main instigator of it, I find it disgusting and wrong. And Chicken Legs Pig, the thing is, maybe that's why she comes up shorts and is in these matches that she's in. Like I said, you mentioned the Interfeds title against Susan Black when Susan Black was champion. She came up real short because she didn't take it serious. All these title opportunities, she doesn't take serious. But anybody else in that locker room, if it was, for example, if it was Ellie May would have taken it serious. And I'll go so far to even say that. Who else can I think on the tip of my tongue that I can talk about who would take this serious? Heck, I would say even Sugar Lips Roxy would, because these are once in a lifetime opportunities. You don't want to pass them up, but you want to give it your best when you're out in that ring, not around or being the center of attention. You want to be the center of attention. My grandfather always said, you go out there, your actions speak louder than words.
agreed. And what were her actions this cycle? Did you she decided to get 16 cans of beer. I don't know if they were empty or not. But I guess somewhere on social media, people were doubting the fact that she could smash beer cans with her boobs.
Yeah, I did read about that, and I wasn't impressed with that because, one of the things is that she's trying to do, I mean, do you know if she was ever in college? Because I've heard of beer drinking with a funnel in college contest where the person did it till they got dog drunk and fell over backwards, or guys crushing their heads with an empty beer can but trying to squeeze a beer can with your boot. I mean, what are we back in college again? I mean, what's that going to prove?
It's just chicken legs peg for you. I think it's a distraction. I think she's just trying to distract the commissioners again. You got to be careful.
Yeah, definitely. I just think Chicken Legs Pig, I respect her as a wrestler, but as a competitor in that ring, I don't really have that much respect because she would rather be doing all these
let's let's go back full circle on this.
Okay.
Her match this cycle or this past cycle versus Ellie Mae and Pipsqueak. It was probably right before this because she lost. They lost to Ellie Mae and Pipsqueak in their mixed match challenge.
Oh, that's right.
Probably because she wasn't taking it serious.
Yeah, and in this mixed tag team tournament and everything, Flip, this has got to be everything to the man and the woman who was in it, because you guys have a chance to be the first, intergender tag team champs together. I mean, this is quite the opportunity, and when you're messing around in the ring, not taking it seriously, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to lose, and you don't really want it that bad if you're screwing around.
Now, did you? As much as it pains me, did you catch who who's in the finals?
I didn't catch who's in the finals. Do you know who's in the finals, Flip?
Oh my goodness. Pipsqueak and Ellie Mae managed to get into the finals.
And who are their opponents going to be?
AI poisoned.
Oh, that's going to be a good match.
Ooh. AI's poison beat AAA, so that was a good one. And then Ellie Mae and them managed to get over on Dogman and Chicken Legs Peg. Or Bullfrog.
Oh, yeah.
Bullfrog, excuse me.
Yeah, I was picking Bullfrog and Chicken Legs to win it. That was my pick, but heck, now it's up in the air. And honestly, I got to say, the ones I'm going to pick, and I'm going to be honest about this, I'm going to pick AI to win it.
Well, AI is definitely going to win it because Pipsqueak's AI too.
But you also have to take into account too. Will this put a rift between them because they are going for a new title, and the other team's not going to lay down from one another. I know they're going to start out good in this match, be all buddy, but I think the attitudes are going to flare up. I think hostilities are going to come out, and it's going to be that person who wants it the most. And
if we know the what do you call it? What is Pipsqueak? Always bragging about being the what?
Yeah, being the shittiest person in the LSL.
Well, that and being the king of tag.
Yeah, and I have to give credit to Pipsqueak and Ellie Mae for their tag because in a way they're more experienced at tags and everything than a lot of people are. I mean, any of my wrestlers that went against them had a hard time. I mean, they lost against them, they won against them sometimes, but Pipsqueak and Ellie Mae are a tough tag team. I mean, they've tagged longer than anybody I can think of, but I think.
Oh yeah, I think when we heard early on that she was a master of midget tossing, everybody was like, "This got to be a gimmick. It has to be a gimmick." And then next thing you know, you started seeing Pipsqueak, fly through the middle of the ring, and yeah, it's real. It's real. It's real.
Oh yeah, because she tossed him a couple of times against my guys, and I was really impressed. I'm like, wow, I've never seen a woman midget toss her husband, especially that far. I'm like, you could tell they practiced this.
Oh yeah, they're a fun bunch. Now, speaking of we mentioned Sugar Lips and Time Bomb lost in the mixed match tournament. Now, if you ask me, I don't think their heads were completely in it because it looks like they're focused on the Reds already.
Yeah, was there any? Yeah, because that feud just abruptly happened with the Reds, and I got to agree with you, Flip. I don't think that AAA was really focused in this match. I think their minds were elsewhere on the Reds and not in this match, and I believe that's what caused them to lose because they weren't focused in this match. They were focused on the Reds, and as any good pro wrestler knows, the person you need to worry about is the person you're staring across at the ring. If you have an issue with somebody else, leave it out of there. Take it up later. You deal with what's in the ring now in front of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, yeah, she looks like she's going after Tessa at the next pay-per-view, which is called Summer.
SummerSlam.
No, is it called SummerSlam for reals?
I believe it's SummerSlam, yeah.
No, let me see. Summer Clash. I was like,
Clash. Okay.
I know it's not SummerSlam because we just said we had a little show with Tim, so I was like, wait a minute, it's not SummerSlam. Okay, so at Summer Clash, so I know she wants Tessa at Summer Clash. So, now did you Did you see? Looks like she was walking through the airport, and looks like a bunch of her fans jumped the Reds.
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of what happened there, and the fans jumping the Reds. I don't know what stirred that up. If Sugar Lips went over, I didn't see her make any threatening actions towards the fans or anything like that. Or do I think she just waved and blew kisses, and then all of a sudden they're jumping over? It's just like I got to chalk it up.
According to what I read, it looks like one of the fans spotted the Reds there, and then went to go look for some help, and she found Lockdown, and then told Lockdown to go and escort the Reds out of there. When the Reds, I guess, saw Lockdown coming, having their own history, it looks like one of the Reds decided to just attack one of the fans, and she starts attacking one of the fans, forgetting that there was 10,000 of them there to see Sugar Lips and the AAA people. Even though I really doubt that they could get 10,000 people to go see them, but they got they think very highly of themselves. They think very highly of themselves.
They really do, and
Yeah.
I don't know if that was Sugar Lips Roxy way of getting a publicity stunt or publicity stunt, or if that really happened, because there was drinking going on there. And when you get a few people inebriated and all that, I can't say all 10,000 were inebriated, but it takes a few to get it going, and that's what happened.
I think I wouldn't put that past Roxy and them. Now looks like her buddy is going after or calling out Big Papa. Looks like he thinks Big Papa's hiding behind the commissioners. Looks like he wants him to. What did he say? So commissioners, let Big Papa out of the house because I have a fat knuckle sandwich for him to feast on. So, looks like
Oh, yeah.
the Indomitable wants a little bit of Big Papa Red, huh?
Oh, yeah. That ought to be a good match because, like I said, Mr. Papa Red, he's also former World Diamond Drop champion, and he won Battle Bowl he's the first Battle Bowl winner. He's no slouch, and the Indomitable one, he's won titles in the LSL time and time again, proving he's a force to be reckoned with. But these two big behemoths go each other.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, but can we be honest with ourselves? I mean, nothing against the Indomitable one, but I think we've said it already. I mean, he's just slow. I mean, he's if he gets a hold of you, it looks like he could, he's gonna smother you. But I mean, we can still agree that Sugar Lips is the better of the three, right?
I have to agree with you on that, Flip. Sugar Lips is the better wrestler, athletically and technically, than than the two of them, because she's gone out there. She's a former World Diamond Drop champion. She's, like I said, won multiple titles, but she's the better athlete in the ring because she is quick and she's technically sound in that ring, like I mentioned before. And it's basically, when you think you have her figured out, she becomes an enigma all of a sudden, and it's like she's a tough competitor. She's hard. She's another one that's hard to predict.
Yeah. Now it looks like our buddy Time Bomb was drinking or something. Because my goodness, I mean, sometimes you just gotta figure out what font to use, brother. Because I mean, I'm going a little out of character here, but my goodness, that font was horrible. I could barely see it. So he was a little bit upset at Fontaine's departure, but hey, tough loss. Move on, brother.
Yeah, he was. I saw him toss him back a few brews and everything like that. Kind of hit the sauce a little too heavy. It was having a couple beers, some hard liquor, and when you get that, you gain what people call liquid courage. And he shot on about Eric Fontaine, which he's allowed to have his opinion. Everybody is in this world. Did I think thought he'd go too far? Yeah, because he had some of the best matches with Eric, and yeah, Eric left for greener pastures, but that's the nature of the beast in professional wrestling. You know, if you feel you've done, and Eric, and I believe this from Eric, he did everything he possibly could in the LSL, won every title that was there. He became the first Grand Slam champion of all the singles commissioner titles. There was nothing more for him to prove. So he left and wanted to make his mark someplace else, and you really can't fault him for that. And for that, I wish him luck.
Oh yeah, the
wherever
crowd
he goes.
let him have it.
Oh yeah, they're very verbal and very, what was it, physical. I saw eggs and lettuce hitting the ring, and then I saw paper, and then somebody was throwing beer and soda. It's like, time bomb. This is the wrong thing. Crowd.
Yeah, but looks like he's just gonna join the Indomitable One and Sugar Lips, and join them to go up against the Reds. So see where he goes from here.
Yeah, honestly, I want to see him go against the Reds in 6-man tag team and singles. I would like to actually see him versus Big Mama Red. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, that'll be something. Yeah, I mean they're obviously already tangled up with the Reds. I guess it worked out for Fontaine to find his like you said, his greener pasture, and it'll allow him him being Time Bomb to join his buddies on his quest to take on the Reds. So that's fun. Good for them.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
yeah, no, so yeah, Triple A's definitely always been very competitive around here, brothers. So gonna be
bro.
fun. Gonna be fun to see him against the Reds. Um, let's see here. Got to shout out Sandman Horacio Sanderson, bringing home the junior heavyweight. Looks like Killer Carl Kowalski has accepted Willowick Nightmare's best of 5 series. So look forward to seeing that one in the books.
Definitely.
We had a newcomer. Again, the female division continues to grow. Shout out to Sierra Blue Sky. Had herself a nice cycle, so it looks like she's ready to make her, her bid for gold there in the women's division. So, Double R, bringing in the talent, man. So.
No, definitely. Hats off to Double R for bringing in talent like that. And I can't wait to see what this young lady has to offer to the women's division.
Oh yeah. Now I'm a little bit confused with the Duchesne brothers. I mean, I know one of them is teaming with one of the Stambolis, and I know the other one is I don't know. I mean, they're both so damn good that I'm trying to figure them out. They were having a conversation, so I don't know. Are they back together? I know they were kind of talking shit to one another, but I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah, it's a sibling rivalry, whether it's two brothers or two sisters or a brother and sister, whatever rivalry. It's sibling rivalry happens. I mean, one day you're getting along, the next day you're at each other's throats, and that's kind of how I put the Chains as, brother. They just had the sibling rivalry, like whatever you can do, I can do better, and it happens.
Yeah. So I mean, I know they recently. I think Paul won the world tag with his partner. So that's some fun times. Fun time seeing those two interact, brother. Um, uh, I guess we have to get to the main event here in the league, brother. I mean, uh, we've said it, and we continue to say it. Again, trash talk driven, a lot of fun, a lot of angles. Uh, we mentioned Fontaine, making his way to greener pastures. Uh, his interactions with Paulie. Shout out to Paulie for, and again, Paulie came and is was really only here for the mixed match tournament to help Catfish John. Unfortunately, they were eliminated, but because of her success, winning World Swamp back to back, she managed to hang out a little longer, which led her for a little bit to side with Fontaine. But then, like I said, Fontaine, had the opportunity to go somewhere else, so they kind of went their separate ways. But now it looks like Paulie is going to use her influence and all the motivation and momentum that she had from winning the World Swamp back to back to help save the swamp. She wants to side with people that want to save the swamp. It looks like she thought Pipsqueak was going to side with the Swampers, but looks like Pipsqueak backstabbed the swamp and joined AI officially. So, what else could we expect from that shitty little son of a, you know?
Oh, we can expect a lot more from the shitty little SOB Pipsqueak. It's just, I don't know where Paulie's mind was, if she was still being on Fontaine, or when she was world swamp champion. But maybe her mind wasn't in the game and wasn't thinking clearly. And I admire her heart and wanting and drive and wanting to rid the swamp of AI. But she forgot one little history lesson about Pipsqueak. You don't trust him.
Plain and simple. Don't trust him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see. It's like that'd be like what is it? Like in the West, that would be like Wyatt Earp giving one of the Clantons his gun because his gun ran out of bullets. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to get shot.
Yep. Don't do
And
it.
I think what happened, Paulie shot herself in the foot by trying to trust Pipsqueak. I mean, there is probably 20 or 50 different people in this league that I would trust, but Pipsqueak is not one of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you said it, Jerry. From day one, it's been nothing but migraines. I mean, so yeah. But now let's move into what's transpired though, because again, you have Fontaine going to newer pastures, and now all of a sudden, someone from the same training grounds, from the same training facility, from the same uh, promotion, from the same whatever you want to call it, from the same manager, from the same school of thought, comes in to replace him. Here we get fresh, what did we call her? Rookie sensation SSB. No one believes it's going to happen so quickly, and then bam, in your face, World Swamp Champion.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if that doesn't tell you something about that school, and as she said, it's a school of champions. This is the legacy that I'm continuing, and uh, I think it's gonna lead to this summer and to this new rivalry, because she said it, not I, but she's coming, and she's not gonna let Polly drag Fontaine's name through the mud. So, and I think by her winning the World Swamp, it's definitely gonna escalate that feud right there very fast.
Oh, definitely, because SSB, and I'm going to let you Flip and the fans and wrestlers know, at the training school she came to here came this young blonde, long blonde haired woman who traveled. I mean, she literally hitchhiked across country to get to the school with what money she did have, and she had enough money to get into the school. And when Eric was training her and I was training her, she took some of the beatings. Didn't exactly start off real fresh at the school. There's times I was saying, "Oh, she's not going to work out. We should just spare her and just cut her loose." But there's times she wanted to get going, no matter how sore or how beat up she was. She stuck it through, and she improved day, night, and everything. And eventually, she graduated at the top of the class. And this was someone I did not pick to even finish the school, but she showed how much tenacity and heart she had. And I was very impressed. And she's definitely making everybody proud.
Yeah, no, I'm interested to see where that. I mean, because both of them, like I said, I know Polly is looking to save the swamp. Here we have someone just not necessarily. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, SSB isn't. It isn't. I'm not going to put her and say she's evil, but she's tough. She's not looking to make too many friends.
No, and that's something at the school that I admired about her too when she was there, because yeah, she wanted to meet people, but this was a woman who lived for wrestling, wanted to make a name for herself. I mean, people would go out and want her to go out partying, but she'd say, "No, I need to rest and get ready for the next day's lesson." And I'll put it this way, she had her own schedule. She was at the school in the morning, and then when we stopped classes, she'd have lunch, and she was at home, and she literally would study. I mean, like a college student. She'd study videotapes and everything, because we shot coverage on all the matches and what she did wrong, if she took a slam wrong or did an arm drag wrong. And she was getting better and better. I mean, she was out wrestling some of the students in that class. There's some that didn't even want to lock up because she got so aggressive. But I even said that's what wrestling's all about.
Oh yeah, I mean we've all heard the story about Polly and how everybody knows she's not like completely blind. I mean everybody knows that. But she definitely sees shadows, and it still makes her legally blind. So she is legally blind, but through training, she's managed to refocus her, I guess, her movements and her counters to the shadows and the flickers that she is able to see, which is amazing. I mean, some of the moves that she does with that limited vision, and just having to just be able to just hear and just anticipate different movements. I mean, she does a lot of studying. I mean, just on I guess footwork and listening to how people attack in their steps. And yeah, so amazing training that she went through. And shout out to her. That back-to-back swamp titles proves that training definitely paid off. I just hope that she manages to save this place. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun feud right there, I think.
Yeah, and I will take nothing away from Polly Flip. I'm very impressed with her ring work and her drive and determination. She's proved she belongs, winning back to back world titles. And I've got nothing personally against Polly. Yeah, she is somewhat legally blind, but she could have fooled me in the ring, does pretty damn good in the ring. I mean, we've all gone against her one time or another and have won and have lost against her, but she's very good at her craft. And to see her and SSB get it on, I mean, it's going to be a feud, but I think more it's a grudge match, because the way SSB talked, it was like she took it as a personal insult the way that Paulie talked down to Eric Fontaine like she did, because if it wasn't for Eric, she wouldn't have became a pro wrestler, because I was ready to pull the pin and cut her, after 4 weeks of training, but Eric pulled me aside and said, "This gal has something. Let's get it out of her." And Eric was the one who stopped me from pulling the pin, which I'm glad he did. And I said, okay, we'll give her another chance. One more. And Eric said, okay. And next thing you know, she was better and better. And she graduated our top student. And I'm glad I didn't pull the pin on it, because this woman has a lot of heart and a lot of determination. She's one of the toughest women in that ring, I'm going to say right now, because she's got that aggressiveness in it where she's very passionate about the wrestling business. She does care about people. And when Paulie took that cheap shot, which she calls it, about Eric Fontaine, that was personal, because Eric, it wasn't only her coach, but her friend as well.
Yeah, no. I can see how that one, can, it's going to elevate. It's going to definitely escalate throughout the summer. I hope it leads to some great matches. I think we have a lot of good pay-per-views ahead of us that, I think, are going to need showcase matches like that, So I know Paulie has a shot at the diamond drop, so it could even be for a diamond drop. We never know.
No, we won't know. I mean, it could be for any number of things. Could be for the World Diamond Drop title. Could be for the World Swamp title. It could be for any of the other titles, for that matter. Heck, could be for the G-Force title. You never know.
I was just about to say that.
Oh yeah.
Now, speaking of G-Force, we have a few people that have declared. Now, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. I know I'm a cheater. I do have two people going after that belt, just because I just need more shots than you sons of guns. So that's why I have Pipsqueak and Death's Inferno going after that belt. But that's just the way I play it. So don't hate me. Don't hate me. So,
and I don't hate, and SSB doesn't hate. She knows with that title, it's an open contract, and she welcomes the challenges from everybody, whether it be Pipsqueak or Red Rum Vendetta, Death Inferno. It doesn't matter. They're all coming. That's part of the title, because that title is up for grabs. It's an open contract, and she loves the challenges. And so far, she's turned back every challenge that's been thrown in her face.
Yeah. It'll be a fun chase, and I think Paulie's also our Queen of the Swamp officially. So I know she's facing looks like Prince Tier next cycle for that title. So shout out to both of those young ladies. I mean, they're both putting in work and showing that here in the Swamp we don't discriminate. I mean, as long as you're successful, you can make it happen.
Oh yeah! Shout out to both Paul and SSB, and I can't wait to see more matches from them. I mean, this is going to be a feud for the ages.
That should be fun, brother. A lot of fun. All right, Jerry, we're going to sign this one off. You guys have been listening to Swamp Talk, Trash Talk Edition. Come on over. We got a lot going on. Hope to hear from anybody that we missed. I think we got everybody covered, though. So we'll see you guys next time. Jerry, always a pleasure to have you on, brother.
Thank you, Flip. Thank you for having me on.
We'll see you guys next time. Take care.